Good evening, folks. Welcome back to the shop. Period Woodworker here. I wanted to show you a couple more stones that I have in my collection. We're going to be taking a look at something that, for some reason, it seems like a lot of people don't realize how great these are. And they truly are one of the super stones of the past. They still make a few of them, but these are the Pike and later on the Norton reversible hones and stones. This is, and I have quite a few of these, and the reason that I have quite a few is that for some reason they're not well known, and they recently have gotten much more less expensive than they have in the past. But you can get some of the highest quality, I mean the very highest quality, hard Arkansas, soft Arkansas, lily white Washitas, and then some of the India stones, both the hard and soft. They only put the very choicest slabs, and mostly these are 2 half-inch slabs that they have in these. So if you ever get a chance, if you ever see one of these, you might want to give it some consideration, because there is no parallel to the quality of the stones that you get in here. The only thing that you're not getting is you're not getting a full 1-inch thick stone as if you were to buy a single stone. So let me show you this one. This is a mint stone. It's never really been used. I picked it up at a tool show. It's in the original box. Obviously, this is a made by Norton. And when you open them up, this one has a label on it. I have to admit to you, the labels are oftentimes the most deceptive part of these, because they don't really show. People always seem to show the ones that show India, and an India, although it is a great stone and has its place, it's usually not as high a dollar stone, and there really are a lot more of them around there because of the coarseness and the fastness in which they cut. Here's how these come, and you'll see them in all kinds of different designs and colors, and we'll go over a few of them this evening. But they always come in a box. It has a hinged lid and a hinged, you'll see the metal part in it. Most of the ones will have a latch that is on here. Sometimes they'll be gone, sometimes they'll be of a different design, but mostly this is the way that they are. When you open them up, this is like a tray, and there is one stone on one side, and you can see this is a more of a coarse India stone. And then the reason that I bought this, and I paid a little over $100 for this one. This is the one that I didn't get cheap, but it was mint and never been used. This one has just a gorgeous hard Arkansas stone on it. This stone is never been used. It's never had oil, water, or anything on it. It still had the label and the brochure that was inside of it that advertised some of the other products. At this time it was Norton. So let me show you how you're going to find most of them. You probably won't come across these too much. I did happen to talk with a gentleman who was working with the Norton company several years ago, and at that time they were reviving some of this, and I purchased a box of these. At that time I had to purchase a box of 2 of them, and you'll see on here again, this has India and Arkansas reversible oilstone. Unfortunately, or I guess even fortunately, this one, although it's mint, you'll notice the newness of it. It now is no longer an oak box. They're kind of a maple. I believe it's a maple. It's the same thing. It's a nice box. It has box joints on the side of it. You have the same latch. And inside of this one, this has a very nice fine India. And on the other side, it has a perfect soft Arkansas stone. So you usually will find the three of those: an India, either soft or hard, a soft Arkansas, or a hard Arkansas. And in other ones you will find they'll also throw in lily white Washitas or Washitas, however you say that. So again, this is Norton. Let's go way back in time to the company that started these, and that was Pike. Pike has quite a history of being in this business. They started in the early 1800s. You may know, if you've listened to me or if you've done some of your own research, that Pike was later joined by the Norton Company, and I believe that it was Norton kind of took the lead in here. But this is one of my most prized stones. As you can see, it's in the original Pike green. Their stuff used to be green. It's a little bit rough. The hinges have given away a little bit, and I really haven't done a lot to put this one in working order, because I don't really use all of these, a lot of them. As I said in my first video showing my thousands of other stones, I kind of collect. I'm probably going to be selling most of this stuff because I'd like to share with people who don't have a chance to have something like this. But this one, it has, as you can see, it has a absolutely beautiful hard Arkansas stone. I'm sure it has had some use. It hasn't had a lot of use. You always find them like this. They'll have the old oil and the staining and things like that from years of use. And oftentimes they don't really look like a hard Arkansas. And the people who sell them don't always know exactly what they have. They'll advertise them as a marble, a type of man-made plastic or something like that. But if you're in the know, you'll know what these are. And if you really look close to auctions and sales that you might find on the internet, you'll be able to spot the translucency of these Arkansas stones. And there's something that'll really draw you to it. But let me show you real quick how these work. This is a cast assembly, which is a very old one, and it came with a single screw on the end. And you'll see later they developed this into two screws on the end, but this is a single one. It had a plate that was made to pivot back and forth, and you'd have the plate there. You'll have another one on this side. I haven't put this one together. And the tricky part of this is you had to put both of these stones in at the same time, and you had to make sure that they were the same size stones. And then a lot of people, myself included, we would put paper or cork shims in this to take the stress off of the stone. And then you would tighten up the screw, and that would press the plate, and that would hold them in there. So anytime you see one of these in an antique shop or something like that, when you open it up, be real careful, because these do come loose easily, and the stones will they might fall and break to the ground. So that's kind of how they're built. This video got a little too long, so I've continued it in part 2. Period Woodworker here. Thanks for joining me.